Hi guys, welcome to our channel. This is Kiefer Adventures and my name is Randy. I am also known as Mama around here. We are a family of 5 with 3 boys, Mama and Daddy. And we are on here to give updates on our journey in life, and we usually talk about faith, food, and family. So today I'm going to actually be talking about our food. I had a lot of people ask about how we meal plan and how we stay in a budget, and so I thought I would just share about that today. So to start off, I'll say that our budget is $600 a month for food and for like toiletries and things. So our goal is like $125 a person, right? And there's the 3-year-old. This is Sam. He is watching Pokeyoke, so you guys may hear a little bit of that in the background, but that's okay. That's real life. So back to our meal planning. So what I tell everyone to do is, my first suggestion is figure out what your family likes to make, what you know how to cook, right? Because we have to start with the basics. If you feel like you have no clue what you're doing, you're brand new to cooking yourself, I would highly suggest getting a book called Nourishing Traditions. So it teaches you a lot about whole foods and how to cook them, how to use them, and just from the very basics. It's a great, great book. They even go into talking about the different types of pots and pans and knives, and I mean just a little bit of everything. It's very helpful. My next suggestion, after you've made this list of things that you know how to make already, that your family really enjoys, is go to your pantry and to your refrigerator and to your deep freezer if you have one, or your little freezer, whatever you have, and inventory everything. Figure out what you have already so that you can use those things. What I like to do is I use my phone and I will record my voice saying the items. Then that way later on, when I have a little bit more time, I can sit down and write them. My husband Scott likes to do it sometimes as well for me. It's just a way that he loves me well, and I am an acts of service. If you guys know anything about the 5 love languages, I am an acts of service person, and so when he goes through and he just likes to write them down immediately, he doesn't want to wait and do it later. So he takes his notebook and he'll just write everything down for me. When you go through the items though, make sure to take note of anything that needs to be used up like ASAP, right? So things in your refrigerator, a lot of times that'll be those items, and maybe something that's in your freezer that's been there a while and that really needs used. So make sure to mark that. I like to just put like a star, or that's usually an exclamation point or a star is what I'll put by those items. So next, I look through all of those items and I look through our local ads. So we like to go to the farmer's market. We know kind of what is going to be in season. Now we're getting to the very end, so there's not a lot of stuff right now, so I'm really using more ads. So what I like to do is go through, we have Aldi, which I love and use a lot. We have Earth Fare out here, and then we also have Fresh Time. So those are the 3 that I tend to shop at the most. I do look at, we have Meijer and we have Kroger, and I do look at their ads, and sometimes I'll run in there to get things that's on sale. But I have found that the other 3 stores are just the best deals for us. So what I like to do is I go to Aldi for pretty much my basics. If they don't have it, then I'll put it on the list to go somewhere else. But a lot of my basics come from Aldi. And then I will look though at the ads from the other places. And I will give you a tip too on that is usually the front and the back pages are where you're going to see the best deals for those, just because they're trying to get people to draw people in. So that's where you're going to see the best deals. But I go through those ads and then I look at the list of the stuff that I've pulled from my pantry and, you know, my inventory list from my freezer and everything. And I say, okay, so what can I make with the meal, with these items? And what meals can I make? If you need some ideas, if you need to plug in a few ingredients to try to find a recipe, you can go on to all recipes, and at the top in the search bar, you can actually put ingredients, and if you put a comma between them, it'll look for every ingredient. So if you have, you know, I don't know, hamburger and sour cream that you need to use up and you're like, no, I don't want tacos again, you can go in there and you can put both of those items in it, you know, ground beef, comma, sour cream, and then it'll pull up all the recipes with those. So that's a great help too if you can't think of things off the top of your head. So once you do that, then I write my meals all out, what, you know, I write down the days and what we're going to have those days. And then I make my grocery list. So I will separate my grocery list out by store just because it makes it easier for me. Now, sometimes that also means that I will transfer things. So, you know, anybody that shops at Aldi knows that sometimes you'll go and they won't have something anymore, or you might go and see something that hasn't been there before, things like that. So I kind of keep all my lists together on the same paper. I should have made, sorry, Sam is having fun over here. I should have made a list and I didn't think about it, even a fake one for you guys. But so what I usually do is I just kind of divide up my paper into sections. My biggest is usually Aldi because I do, like I said, I get a lot of stuff there. A lot of my produce tends to come from Earth Fare and Fresh Time. And especially right now when we don't have the farmers markets producing much. So, but yeah, that's how I split it up. I just split it up into the lists on one page. So I can still take that one page with me. So I can take it into Aldi is where I usually shop first. Take it into Aldi. And if I see something on my list, my other lists that Aldi just has this week, then I grab it while I'm there and just mark it off. No big deal. The only time I don't do that is for things that I know are on in the ad that are really great deals at those places. I have in the past, I don't tend to do it now just because I remember it when I go, but I have in the past wrote down next to that item that is on sale what the price is, just so that I can compare it. If I'm in Aldi and I see something, then I can compare it. Usually Aldi is cheaper, but there are a lot of times that, like I said, like produce, or a few weeks ago, Fresh Time, or no, I think it was Earth Fare, had grass-fed ground beef on sale that was cheaper than what I know it is at Aldi. So, you know, I definitely got that there. Things like that. So just kind of be mindful of it. And then, you know, I now have all of my meals planned out, and I have my grocery shopping list. Some ideas for your planning your meals. I'm going to show at the end of this, I will show you the board that we use. My husband made a big chalkboard for me, so that's what we use in our house. We have breakfast and lunch are rotating. I need to update that on the board. Because the boys started going to a private school. We had previously homeschooled, and that changed those meals a little bit, but you'll get the gist. You'll understand what it is. So then it's really easy for me to buy those because I know, you know, every week what I need, and it's on the list. But then the meals, the dinners, I just kind of rotate things. pick and choose. I try not to put, you know, maybe beef 2 or 3 days in a row or something like that. I kind of try to mix it up. We try to have fish once a week or some other seafood. So that's thrown in there. And then chicken, obviously. Meatless options are always great. We don't do a lot of them, but I do have some items that we are way less meat than what other thing, you know, not meat is not the main dish. So, but yeah, that's what I really would suggest is just write it down, plug in your meals, your dinners, you know, and rotate your lunches and breakfasts, because it's really, really super easy that way, and it doesn't get boring, especially for kids. They don't care. You know how kids are. They would eat peanut butter and jelly every day if you let them. So, or at least that's how my boys are. But yeah, guys, that's kind of my tips, and if I think of other things, I will definitely write them down and do another video about it. But for now, that's what I can think of the most. Like I said, just making sure to have your meals that you guys know you like. Then going through all of your items and getting an inventory of what you have. Then going through your ads and see what's on sale. And then make your meals based on those two things. Use what you need, what you have already, and then add to that. And if you can add to that from what's on sale, great. And then there you go. There's your meal. It's really simple and pretty quick once you get it. Like I said, you do those breakfasts and lunches on pretty much a rotating, super quick. Then you're only doing your dinners. Something that we're going to try for the month of October is we are going to do what's called Trim Healthy Mama. And we are going to do that just more intense. We've done it sporadically, I guess you would say, in the past. There's some of the meals that we really love out of the cookbook. But so this month, I am going to just take that cookbook and we are just going to cook dinners, for the most part, are going to come out of that cookbook. Which is going to be super simple for me, and I'll just plug them into these. And we're going to try those, because that's how, you know, we're going to try things and see if we like it, and we'll go from there. But so you can do that even if you have a, you know, something that you're like really would like to try this cookbook, and you can just plug your dinners in from there and then make your grocery list. So if you guys have any other questions about what we do, let me know. I am going to actually link the YouTuber called Our Tribe of Many. So I follow them, and I have used her idea. That's where I got the idea for rotating your breakfasts and dinners, or your breakfasts and lunches. So I'm just going to tag that. It's a really great video about how she meal plans as well. And so I think it might be helpful to you guys too. I hope you enjoyed this, and if so, make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel, and you will get updates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a great week. Okay guys, so this is the board I was telling you about that Scott had made me, this big chalkboard. And so this is what I use to make our meals for the week on. I do plan to start making monthly meal plans again, but I haven't done that yet. We have been just doing weekly right now. So I plan to do monthly again starting this month in October. I just haven't done it yet. So you can see, like, here's our meals, like our main meals, our dinners, and then this is the part where I have our breakfast, lunch, and snacks. As I said before, those are old, so I need to do some updating of them. Now that they're in school, we don't follow it as much. We kind of do, but obviously there's things on here that we don't do for school, like chicken nuggets aren't, you know, those aren't going to happen. But Anyway, so I need to update that. I just haven't done it. And you see where it has the boys' names by things. So that's what they have to, that's the kid that has to do the cat litter that day, so we don't have fights. So they have to take turns.